in St. Petersburg. He was a speaker at an event, and if you ever watched that show back in the day, kids say the darndest things, but kids do the darndest things. Teenagers do the darndest things, and should I say, adults do the darndest things. When you take a bath or a shower, and this is for your teenager, this is good information, and you may want to pass this on to people that you live with, and I'm serious on this. This is a consumer alert here at For the People, because this has been getting people killed. Literally, your cell phone. All right? A Texas teen died Sunday morning while using her cell phone in a bathtub. True story. Madison Coe, 14, was electrocuted taking a bath at her father's home in Lovington, New Mexico, according to news station KCBD. Relatives told KCBD that the accident was caused either when she plugged in her phone while in the bathtub or grabbing the phone as it was being charged. The 14-year-old, who is from Lubbock, Texas, has been a recent graduate from 8th grade at Terra Vista Middle School. And it's with heavy hearts that the Friendship Independent School District mourns the loss of Madison Coe, who wished to share our heartfelt sympathy with her family and friends as we carry the burden of this tragedy together, district officials said in a statement. And the friends, I guess, apparently have created a GoFundMe page to raise money for her funeral. So if you want to give her a little something, you can do that. But, folks, accidents happen. But this one was clearly avoidable. Madison Coe, by the way, C-O-E, Madison Coe, and yeah, they already have a GoFundMe page, so just type in that name, Madison Coe, C-O-E, and you can give them a few bucks. But just a sad thing, cooked in the bathtub from a cell phone. And all of us, we get comfortable. We're glued to these things, and because it's become second nature to us. It's our emails. We go to Google on it. We have our contacts on there. We have our photos on there. We have our music on there. We have our videos on there. I mean, it's our life on there. And sometimes we just forget these things are electrical. And you get a little bit too comfortable. I'm in the bathtub. The wire's shielded. We hope. Not all of them are waterproof. Not one of them will say that it's waterproof, that you can drag in the part of the cord of the phone into the bathtub when you're taking. I mean, some people would say, well, that's a no-brainer. You would just never do that. But people don't think, and she didn't. She was a teenager and probably in a great conversation with somebody or just had to text somebody back. But use your mind. And if you have a teenager, all right, if you have a spouse that's kind of a teenager, okay, in the mind, they don't think through these things very clearly, make sure they don't take it into the shower or the bathtub. People like to soak a long time. They're on the phone. People have been known to get electrocuted with these cell phones. And there's another case in point. And this is not the first time that this has happened. This has happened a long time. The last 15, 20 years. There's been stories. Motorola, when they had the flip phones and all that other stuff, heard that happen back in the 90s. So it's not the first, but hopefully there'll be people that will use some common sense and not do that again. It's not worth it. Just like texting and driving, people still do it. It's the weirdest thing. They're like, oh, I'm driving, but it's okay. I can talk to you. I'm like, what? I said, no, get to your destination, and then we can finish the conversation. I will end a conversation so quickly, and they can continue texting. I ignore it until they get to their place because I don't want to be responsible for the accident. I mean, it's the dumbest thing. You do for 2 seconds, and you're in a traffic accident. And people do it with their kids in the car. I see it all the time, going down the road on the highway, texting with kids in the car. Stupid, because they think they're so talented. It only takes a few seconds. Don't do it. Use your mind. By the way, Alexa is calling the cops. These voice echoes, Amazon's Echo versus the Google deal with these voice activation things. They have it on their phones. I have it on my iPhone. Well, a New Mexico man was arrested for allegedly beating his girlfriend and threatening to kill her after Amazon's Alexa called the police. Well, how did it happen? Well, during the assault, Barros waving a gun and threatened to kill the woman before he allegedly asked, "Did you call the sheriffs?" And guess what? Alexa did. The question was inadvertently picked up by the smart speaker, and the voice-powered virtual assistant recognized the phrase as a command, prompting it to call 911, according to the sheriff's department. That was amazing. Can you believe that? The violent ordeal unfolding after Alexa picked up on the cue and called the sheriff's department. Did he call the sheriffs? I mean, amazing. The guy didn't even probably know what he was saying, had no idea Alexa was going to do this, but it was credited to Amazon's Echo or Echo Dot device, which is like a virtual assistant, and connected to the landline in the home, according to Ramiro, one of the officers there. And the violent ordeal unfolded, again, after allegedly Barrios allegedly got upset over a text message the woman received and accused her of cheating on him, according to local station KRQE. Technology is beautiful, and in this case, saved her life, but it was a love spat over an alleged text of her cheating. See how that just kind of interluded the text messages and then the next story. Us talk show hosts, I know, we're so clever. But hey, that's why we're talk show hosts. Explosive device set off at Oklahoma. Very, very sad. Luckily, nobody got hurt. An Air Force recruiting center. No kidding. Federal authorities have confirmed an explosive device was set off outside an Air Force recruiting center in Tulsa. Bixby police say that the blast was reported around 10:30 last night, in case you didn't hear. Bixby is about, 15 miles, 24.1 kilometers south of Tulsa. And the FBI agent Jesse Rice said that the recruiting office was closed at the time of the explosion and no one was injured. Of course, they're looking in to this whole deal to try to find out, through security cameras, they're trying to look at block footage to find out. ATF Special Agent Meredith Davis says the blast was being investigated as a possible act of domestic terrorism, is what they're saying right now. Well, we remember what in Chattanooga, not too long ago, just last year, the tragedy there, blowing it up there. So we take these things very, very seriously. But again, it was late at night. Nobody was there. We don't know if this was a test, a message, but clearly somebody does that. I mean, what way you're not going to look at it? I would say very much an act of terrorism. But they hope they find the person. Cameras are everywhere, too, unless they had masks on or something like that. But they look at so much footage down that whole block, and you have cameras that you never thought they would have cameras. And it's a smart thing if you can have a camera at your house or your office. They're cheap. Look into a wireless device. You never know. It could save you from losing some stuff. We'll be back right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America. We are back. Common Sense Radio. It's For the People, and I'm your humble host, Keith Allen, and talking about the 11-month-old Charlie Gard. It's made international headlines and headlines here in the United States. There's a hospital in New York City trying to get the boy in for some experimental therapy that has worked on another child, apparently, that's swinging on the swings and able to walk, able to go to school. And there's, they don't have the freedom that we have over here, folks. This is decided by the UK. The parents don't have rights to make decisions for their kids. It's the state. And a British judge was telling the parents of the terminally ill baby, Charlie Gard, today that they had until Wednesday afternoon to submit what he called new and powerful evidence demonstrating that their son should be kept alive to receive experimental treatment. Powerful evidence. New and powerful evidence. Well, American doctors have powerful documented information that shows that the experimental treatments that they've been using have, in fact, worked. So I'm sure that the parents are going to be submitting those findings, and we're just praying like so many millions of people around the world are praying for this family. I mean, I'm thinking, as a parent myself, I would do anything, go anywhere like most parents would to be able to save their child if there was some kind of hope to be able to keep your child alive, and there was, hope for your child to be able to look at you, to speak to you, to stay alive you would do it. That's the price that you paid. Now, not everybody, but most people